Bon appetit! Hi there, thanks for tuning in. My name is Maria and today I'm going to make my artisan bread, homemade bread. Just a few ingredients go into it. I don't make it very often. It's just easier to buy it at the bakery, but I have to say it's so delicious. A few hours is all you need for the proofing period. The longer it proofs, the better the bread will be. So let's get into the kitchen and let's get busy. It's so good. Okay, so we're in the kitchen. We've got our ingredients ready. Very, very simple. We've got 3 cups of flour, which I'm gonna sift into this bowl. 2 teaspoons of yeast. 2 teaspoons of table salt, or the fine salt. And most importantly, 1.5 cups of very warm tap water. And that's all that goes into this our artisan bread. Once I've got all that mixed, I'm actually going to, it's going to be very sticky and you'll see what I mean. We don't have to knead it, we don't have to do anything to it. We're going to cover it with some cling wrap and we're going to put it into my warm oven. I've got it at about 28 degrees Celsius for the proofing period because I'm going to be baking this today. In about 4 hours from now. So it's going to be proofing for a few hours, and but you can have it proofing for overnight if you'd like, but the whole idea is that it's a bread that you can make, prepare, proof, and bake and eat in the same day. That's the goal. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this done. Salt. There's my yeast. Okay. Before I place the water in there, I like to get all those dry ingredients mixed together so the yeast gets in there nicely, evenly distributed. Take my handy wooden spoon. Make a little well. I'm going to just incorporate the liquid into that dry ingredient. Just swirl it around. It's going to feel very wet, and that's fine. That's what we want. It's pulling away from the bowl. It's going to be a very sticky dough. Show you up close what it looks like. So very sticky, and that's what we want. We're gonna go ahead and put some plastic wrap, cover it up, and then we're just gonna put it in the oven. My oven, as I said, is it's preheated for proofing period, 28-30 degrees Celsius, and that's it. While this is proofing in the oven, I can go ahead and run some errands. That's all you gotta do. And I'll put a towel over it. In the oven it goes. And I'll see you soon. All right, so it's been just over 3 hours. I've had the dough in the oven proofing. Just removed it. And this is what it looks like. And that's what it's supposed to look like. All right, jiggly, lots of air. Now for the next step, I've gone ahead and turned on the oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. Place our Dutch oven, it's actually very heavy. We're gonna place that in the 450 degree oven with the lid on for 30 minutes. So I've gone ahead and placed our Dutch oven into the 450 degree preheated oven. It's going to stay in there for about 30 minutes. We're going to keep the lid on. And then while that's happening, we'll come over to the counter and we're going to go ahead and start with our dough. We're going to lightly flour our counter. Now I've wiped down, everything's nice and clean. That's really important. And I'm just going to add a bit of flour into this measuring cup because I'm sure I will need it. You want your parchment paper. And the parchment paper should be long enough so that when you place the dough ball onto it, you'll be able to pick it up and it will be sticking out just ever so slightly in the Dutch oven. You'll want some type of a dough scraper. I've got a metal one here. We're not going to be touching this dough. It's going to be used, handled with this scraper. Rubber spatula, make sure you get the dough out of the bowl. It's very wet. I don't think you can see that. All right, that's better. I think you can see the dough ball now. Let's just sprinkle some flour on top and on our scraper. And we're just going to gently fold the dough. All you do. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be a perfectly round ball or square or anything. It's just fold. Oops, I got a bad arm still. Touched it with my hands. That's all you want to do. The goal here is to place it on the parchment paper. Obviously, we're going to handle it with our hands for just a few seconds. I want to place the the top part, the way you see it right now, that will be brought over and flipped. Oops. That's it. Just some flour on top. And at this point, we'll just wait for the Dutch oven to be heated up. When I take it out of the oven, I'll just simply place this into the Dutch oven and then back into the oven where it will bake. Okay, so I just removed the Dutch oven from a very hot 450 degree Fahrenheit oven, and it's ready. We take our dough ball and we just insert it into the Dutch oven. I'm putting it back in the oven with the lid on at the 450 degrees, and it's going to be in there for 30 minutes with the lid on. After 30 minutes, I'm going to remove the lid and it'll remain in there for another 15 minutes. And the reason for that is just so that the browning happens on the top of the bread. Well, after actually 25 minutes, and then not quite 10 minutes, I guess every oven is different, my bread is ready. It looks amazing. Doesn't that look just amazing? Just be careful with your ovens because every oven is different. Now, I only had mine covered and baking away for about 25 minutes and then about not quite 10 minutes with the lid off. Remember, the last 10 to 12 minutes, you want the lid off so that it will brown on the top. What you want to do next is you want to remove this from the Dutch oven and just put it onto, you can put it on top of your counter. Let the bread cool. It's still cooking. And my recommendation is wait till it's completely cool, maybe give it a half an hour or so before you cut it up and start serving it. My parchment paper got a little crispy at the edges. So when you're pulling it out of your Dutch oven, just be careful, because I almost dropped mine. Anyhow, I just wanted to show you what the bottom of this bread sounds like when it's fully cooked. Are you ready for this? That's exactly what you want to hear. I can't wait to dig in. Slice it up, put a little butter on it. Oh boy, I can't wait. Here's the crunch sound. Oh mamma mia, I can't wait. Well, I've gone ahead and cut myself a slice. It's just warm. Look at that. Oh, so good. So good. Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful bread. I'm gonna put some butter on that piece and I'm gonna eat it up. Bon appetit. A little bit of butter. It's still warm. It's not completely cooled down, but I like it warm. So here it goes. Enjoy. It's so good. It's fluffy, it's crunchy. I love it. I think you'll love it too.
Maria made this delicious bread today.
I sure did.
And she's so happy about it. It's so good. Normally I would toast the bread in a wood-fired oven, but this bread is so good. You want it just the way it is, with a little bit of butter. Oh my God, look at this.
Yummy, baby. So good. Alan, I'm not double dipping, but...
Please subscribe, click the notification bell, leave it a comment. We really like your comments. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Bon appetit. Another beautiful morning. I decided I was going to hang up some clothes instead of using the dryer. The air smells so fresh, eucalyptus. I love that smell. Alan's working away in the garden up above in our cactus garden. Just cleaning some weeds. There he is. Good morning, Alan. Till our next video. Take care.